Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is FEDEX Draconis coming with you with another Transformers review. And as you can see on the screen, this week's review is going to focus on Transformers Studio Series 86, Dinobot, Slag, and Daniel Witwicky. Now I know it says on the box Slug, but I grew up knowing him as Slag, so I'm going to call him Slag. Got it? Anyway, as you can see from the box, he is a hefty bot. I mean, he is bulky as hell. Man, and it looks like Hasbro took all its cues from the original character designs from the animated movie. Now, of course, they did package him alongside Daniel in his exosuit, which I have to say, looking at him, the exosuit looks good, but I think he's going to be suffering the same pose issues as Wheelie did with Grimlock. Also, in addition to that, instead of giving him a clear canopy and revealing the human head inside, they gave him just a frosted canopy or a white canopy, and yeah, he looks like an egg. They put an egg in an exosuit. But you know what? I'm just gonna stop right there. This is about this guy, not this guy. So now, as you can tell, you can see the great artwork, and I'm going to show you the artwork that it shows. So as you can tell right there, you got, that close-up image of Slag, but you also see the kid in a clear canopy showing his human face in there. Hasbro, why the hell did... you know what? I'm going to shut up now. I am going to shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Yeah, you can tell that was like, what the hell. They did the same thing with the buzzworthy Bumblebee and Spike Witwicky. That was, at least that one transformed a bit, but still, yeah. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on. So on this side here, we got a close-up of this leader class figure, and shows Daniel on him, and on this side is the same image except with a black background, and of course you have Slag, with not just the robot mode, but his dino mode, and him showing off the backdrop, which is basically inside the court chambers of the Quintessence. So if anyone remembers the 86 movie, you'll know which scene I'm talking about. Excuse me! So, oh man. So, on the top left here, you'll see that it says big screen inspired scale, detail, backdrop. And of course it says the same thing in multiple languages. And on the bottom left, it says Dinobot Slag. I'm still calling him Slag. Dinobot Slag excuses himself as he stomps over a crushed Quintessence prosecutor. Hey, that was one of the funnier scenes in the movie. Yeah. So, it looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and turn this around. Take one final look at the figure inside the box, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him cracked open. All right, folks, there he is, out of his packaging, posed up and ready to wreak havoc in the Quintessence court. And I have to say, this is a bulky dude. I mean, wow. And like I said, it looks like, Hasbro did take its cues off of the character sheets from the 86 movie. So I'm really liking this. Now, I did have a bit of a nitpick concerning this guy. He suffers from the same imposability as Wheelie did when I reviewed Grimlock's, figure. I mean, yeah, he does have some mobility. It's kind of stiff on mine. And the thing about it is he's got a permanent squat. So there is no articulation within the legs. As you can tell, they are hollow as hell. Look at that. Not to mention, in the illustration on the packaging, you do see Daniel's head over a clear bubble. Why could they not have done it with the figure? And to not give him any other posability? Come on. I mean, granted, I have to say, as much as we complain about, certain things about the figure, we're still gonna wind up buying it. The thing about it is, we're gonna have to go to an outside source to correct these issues. And I think this is something that more than likely DNA Designs may wind up doing. Now, I did go ahead and, for the Grimlock figure, did go ahead and put in a pre-order for the DNA kit for Grimlock, which also includes basically a full retool of the Wheelie figure. So I think that's probably what is going to happen in this particular case. So, but yeah. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Slag here. Oh my god, I mean, look at that, man. It is so bleeping awesome, man. And like I said, they took a lot of cues from the old, from the G1 series as well as the movie. So that is awesome. I mean, damn, look at that. Now, I do know, at least I think I did see this on TS Safari. There is an upgrade kit to make his tail a little bit more streamlined instead of using his weapon at the end. Also, I think there is a sword plus another attachment. I'll have to look back on that. But I may wind up getting that as well. But let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation. So listen to that ratchet. That is so awesome. So he can ratchet his arm around 360. He's got a butterfly bend right there, or I should say a butterfly bend that lifts up. He doesn't have a butterfly tilt moving forward. He does have a bicep rotation. His arm can bend at over 90 degrees. I mean, yeah, he's got that peg and that, or I should say not peg, but that, that bend here and here, so he can bend over 90 degrees. Now he does have a waist rotation. It is very stiff on mine. Now he can look up. I think that's due to the plate here. He can look down. His head is on a ball joint, so he can look up, he can look down. I think originally mine was tabbed on there, so that plate wouldn't go. I don't know what happened. Probably when I was transforming him, but it's all good. He does have upper thigh rotation here. His leg can bend at 90 degrees. He can kick back, but it will hit the backpack. He can kick up. And he has ankle tilt. So, and of course, does tend to disconnect from the back. So, I mean, he's got a lot of good molded detail on him. See, especially all that mechanical detail here along the tail, on the side, and I don't know if you can see it, but as the light hits it, there you go. He's got that on his thigh, along his sides, his flanks, his chest. Yeah, he is pretty awesome. Now his head is kind of shiny in the light, and I'm gonna try and just, there we go, right there. That is pretty awesome. Well, you know what? I was gonna say that I think that Toy Hacks does have some label designs for this figure, but again, I don't really know. If they do, send me a link. I will try and pick that up and do a later review on that. But other than that, let me clear off the stage a bit, and what I'll do is I'll do a while he's in robot mode, a size comparison with his Studio Series mate, Grimlock. Alright folks, there he is with his Studio Series mate, Grimlock. And I have to say, I think it's probably because of the hood over his head, but he's kind of a little bit taller than Grimlock. But again, you know, he stands pretty well, as a matter of fact. I'm really liking him. But nonetheless, we're not concentrating on Grimlock today. We are concentrating on Slag. But I just wanted to show you exactly how they scaled. I'm going to go ahead and pull Grimlock out of the way. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and focus on Slag. So one of the things we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and straighten out his arms. Well, actually, we're just going to go ahead and just put them forward like so. And we're going to go ahead and turn him around. I'm going to straighten him out just a little bit. Alrighty. Now we're going to go ahead and take this tail section down a bit. It's on a rocker hinge, as you can see. And this portion here is also on a rocker. And you're going to tab this. I'll bring this forward just a bit. As you can tell, there is a slot here and a slot on this section, and that's going to connect to this peg right here on the underside here. And then once that's on there, boom, there you go, like so. Then we're going to go ahead and just put this up for right now. Now the next thing we're going to do is on his legs. Now on each side here on his legs, there is a panel that you pull up like so, and this round section, which is going to contain the dyno, you just push that down a bit and then just flip it around. Once that's there, you just tab that in and lock this foot back into place. You're going to do that same thing again. You're going to pull down the foot down like so. You're going to push this down. Oh yeah, also make sure this panel here is up, and just flip that around, and then tab, there you go. Now of course we gotta go ahead and turn the waist around like so, so that his buttle region is there. Excuse me, sorry about that. And we're going to go ahead and bend the leg around 90 degrees. And we're just going to go ahead and lift all this. Oh, sorry. So because this is on a double hinge here, this upper portion needs to bend down like so. And that's going to bend like that. So for those that didn't see it, we're going to go ahead from this portion, just bend that down, and just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and put this point, we're going to go ahead and bend this forward and bend this forward like so. Now, there is a tab right here, and that's going to go into the slot right here. Oops, right here. And that's going to be on the inside of the thigh. So we just got to go ahead and make sure. This is pretty much a pain in the butt to do. Oop, there goes the wing. So once that is on there, come on, work with me here, damn you. Oh yeah, almost forgot. One other thing. I'll put the wing back in. There is a slot here on his butt cheek, and there is a tab right here. I'm gonna try and show that off. There you go, right there. See, that's going to peg in there, and we're just gonna lock that in. And again, we're gonna have to go ahead and try and get this elastic thing on there. So we're gonna, with the help of my tool, and like so. And now, boom, we have this back portion snapped in, this portion snapped, and now I just gotta go ahead and snap this portion back in. So I have to say, this is like the first time that's ever happened. Now I'm just trying to see if I haven't forgotten anything in this case. Ah, damn it. Come on, work with me here. Alright. So, what we're going to do now that we got this portion done, is we're going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to put the head down and also the jaw portion up. But at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and this section is on a type of rocker hinge, or a double hinge I should say. And we're going to go ahead and just try and get this to snap in. Now once that is on there, we're going to snap this in like so, and then just tab in his head shield like so. Alrighty, we are almost done. Now, of course, you do see he's got no back feet. Well, there is. So we just gotta push this portion here down, and there is another section that you just pull out and push down like so. Now, for those that didn't see it the first time, I'm gonna go ahead and push this out, pull this back foot, and there you go. Now, of course, you're wondering, what about his hands? There's no way to push that in. Well, there is, but you gotta twist the hand around like so, so that his fist is pointing out. Then once that's done, you just push that in like so. And of course, once that is done, there you go. You have, oh, almost forgot one other thing here. We forgot his weapon. Well, there is weapon storage in the form of his tail. And there you go. And there you have Slag in all his Tyrannosauric glory. And that is nice looking. Now, of course, he does have, his mouth does open like so. So, you know, You can pretty much try and recreate that one scene in Transformers the movie where he says, "Excuse me." So now, of course, there is a little nitpick, and that is that they did not make the horns hollow. I mean, they did not make the horns solid. Why did they make them hollow? That doesn't make sense. It's not... Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. So hopefully, if DNA Designs does do a upgrade set for this figure, that they correct this, because that is, for lack of a better term, folks, this is fucking stupid. Also, this is almost as stupid as having Daniel with no articulation or a fucking face. Oh, God. This is such a waste of plastic right here. This little thing. Granted, I like where Hasbro was going, but the fact that they didn't make him any more articulate, or that they didn't show a face in a clear plastic bubble, yeah, that's just pure laziness. But there he is. So give me a moment, I'm going to bring out Grimlock and we'll do a size-by-size comparison. Alright, there they are in dinosaur mode, both Grimlock and Slag. And I have to say, I am liking it. You know, they're like I mentioned earlier, they are very, very bulky and hefty Dinobots. And yeah, you know, just having them where they're both, yeah, there we go. Oh wow, that is, yeah, they're arguing on, you know, on cesium salami and beryllium bologna. Oh man, but I have to say they're not bad looking. I'm really liking it. So yeah, that is awesome. I'm really liking it. So I'm gonna go ahead and readjust, get Slag back in his robot mode, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you my score and my final thoughts. All right, folks, there he is, and we catch Slag at a moment where Daniel just done pissed him off. Oops. Yeah, apparently he doesn't like this figure any more than I do. Damn it. You know what, let me just get him out of there. Oh man. Great, now Slag is looking at me like, why you do that? Anyway, well, on a scale of 1 through 10 for Daniel, I'm gonna have to give him a 1. That is a total waste of plastic, especially if you're not gonna put any type of useful articulation with this figure. I know he's an exosuit and everything else, but I mean, at the very least, give him the ability to transform, make his legs more articulate. This static pose that they've put for this figure is such bullshit. So that's my opinion on this wasted piece of plastic. Anyway, in terms of Slag here, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give him a 9. He does have, it's not that he has any issues, he has very little. He's got some stiffness onto him, but of course the transformation was almost seamless. There was some areas I had to look back on the instructions for just to make sure I got it down correctly. It's not like the G1 transformation in any way, shape, or form, and I see where they're going with that. But what really gave it away was the fact that the gray piece that makes up his neck, in robot mode does not lock in. So if you want to try and position the head to look down, since it is on a ball joint, you're still going to wind up pushing this down, the little plastic piece. So that's going to take away that. Other than that, like I said, he's a little bit stiff in certain areas, but I have to say, you know, he is a beefy bot, and I like him. I really do. So so that is my take on the figure. I'd like to hear from you. What is your take on this figure? Have you been able to find him? As a matter of fact, yes, as a matter of fact, and I completely forgot about this entirely, so I do have to go ahead and apologize to Dragononymous, who was kind enough to go ahead and pick this up for me, and you know, and able to get that to me. So dude, I'm going to give you 2 thumbs way up. But other than that, leave your comments in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when new videos pop up. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.